is bro? I'm me, bitch. Where you from? CPT, bitch. What you claim? I don't bang, I do me, bitch. Mafioso, KMG shit.
Okay. I'm back. I had a bit of an emergency, if you will. I was talking about Snoop and Eminem. Yeah, so basically I grew up to both of them. At some point in time, I guess you could say I looked up to both of them. I don't really look up to niggas now. I guess I'm too old to look up to niggas, but you know, I still admire niggas' work ethic, things of that nature, so on and so forth. But Snoop basically went on Breakfast Club and said what he said. I didn't see nothing wrong with his comments. I don't need to play nothing back for you or go verbatim about what he said. If you feel like you need to know that information, go ahead and check it out. Come right back. Anyhow, Eminem responded, did an interview on his own satellite TV or whatever the fuck show, podcast or whatever, did something on his own station or whatever. He also did an interview with LL Cool J, which is dope. I think y'all should go check it out if you haven't seen that one. LL Cool J's podcast or whatever he's doing or whatever. And that's one I kind of want to get into when you talk about LL Cool J. I know a lot of y'all, especially younger people, y'all might not be like big fans of the whole overall culture and the history of everything. I am. So I think that might be a podcast I might delve into a little bit more. I mean, I've seen some of the other podcasts and blogs or whatever you want to call them. And it's cool, but I really would love to hear, like, you know, LL's mentality and, you know, him talking about his whole come up and everything since he was here from day one. Since I was a kid, like, since I was a little puppy. Anyway, Snoop said what he said. M responded how he responded. Eminem came back with what people are calling a diss. I'm not calling it a diss. To me, it's one of them things like, okay, here go the line, and this nigga Eminem and the white boy is like, he got the rifle and he shoot in front of the line. Snoop is at the line. Snoop is right there at the line. I don't feel like Snoop was disrespectful. I feel like he might have put some emphasis on the whole thing, but I don't feel like he was disrespectful. But Eminem is like, okay, well, there's the line. Pow, shot at the line. Let remind you, like, this is where the line is. And to be honest, let the motherfucking games begin. Like, I want to see the battle. I want to see the verses. Whatever y'all got to do, let's get it popping. Y'all older, grown adults. Nobody's going to die. Nobody's going to get killed. So let's put the creativity together. Let's see how it goes down. Let's see what type of visuals you promote. Let's see what type of media that you tap into, what type of platforms you use to go about this battle. Y'all don't even got to dislike each other, bro. Like, this is hip hop. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to battle. You're supposed to win the crowd. Like, I love it. But, you know, let's slow down on the Twitter fingers. Let's slow down on the he took it to wax. That's beautiful. So Snoop, come back with something. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, it's fucking hip hop, man. Like, y'all don't take this shit too serious. But as far as Snoop's point of view, I understand that point of view because I remember, you know, I came back to Compton. I got the Eminem. I was just a little baby boy. My mama used to tell me these crazy things. She used to tell me my daddy was an evil man. She would tell me he hated me. She said I can't rap about coke no more. And say I can't rap about, you know what I'm saying? Like, think I won't choke no whore till her vocal cords won't work in her throat no more. You motherfuckers, I'm saying, like, back then that shit was like lit. But you got brothers who come from a different experience. You got brothers who are strictly from the hood. You got brothers who haven't got that exposure, if you will, outside the hood. And seeing how other people think and other people move and seeing the other perspective. They're not open to other perspective, unfortunately. Not saying these brothers' intelligence is limited. Not saying these brothers are not capable of growth. But in the hood, motherfuckers is kind of, a lot of people can be, you know, the subcultures in the hood, gang culture being one of them, you know, it could be kind of boxed in, a little old fashioned, like not very flexible, like type shit, right? So when Snoop talking that shit and he like, yeah, I could do without that. I don't need that on my playlist. I totally get that. And then Stan or whatever, like, I don't know why, I think one of the people in the studio said Stan. I don't know why they picked Stan. Like, M got some songs, he got some cool little songs that can touch you, that can hit you. You know, that's Superman shit. Like, I could see Snoop fucking like, I'm not your Superman, your Superman, you know. Anyway. Fuck. I'm not losing my train of thought. I'm just gathering it back together. So, Eminem, Snoop, to me, like, I get Snoop's point of view. Eminem, I just think Eminem bored. I think Eminem trying to bait Snoop. I think on some lyrical shit, he'll tap Snoop ass. He'll beat the fuck out of Snoop, honestly. And Snoop got bars. Like, let's not make no mistake. Snoop is one of the greatest to do it and put it to it. Like, that's some shit Snoop said. You know, I'm one of the great to put it to it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But on some lyrical shit, getting creative and yeah. But you never know, man, like what little tricks and what little behind the scenes shit niggas might drop on each other. You never know what might really come out, this and that, in the field. So I just say more power to the culture, man. Battle that shit out. That's what I want to see. Battle. What else? But yeah, that's where I'm at with the Snoop and the Eminem thing. I wanted to get to it for a long time. Yeah. By the way, this is part 2. I had to take a quick I had to handle a little situation real quick. So this is part 2 to this video. So if you haven't seen part 1, make sure you stop right now. Go back before I wrap this motherfucker up, and you can come back here. Like I said, Lil Wayne got a pardon. That shit worked out. Kodak got a pardon. That shit worked out. They didn't give the Tiger King a pardon. Are you kidding me? While Cheryl Baskin is walking around, the husband killer is walking around. Nah, playing entertainment. YouTube, it's entertainment. I'm not saying she killed anybody. I'm just entertaining the people. Free the Tiger King, man. What the fuck, man? This thing is hilarious, bro. And I don't know nothing about playing with tigers. However that works out, you know, if motherfuckers getting their arm ate off and motherfuckers is just, shit happens, right? Like, you playing with tigers. So if all that's cool to them and they think it's cool to fuck with tigers and have tigers and all that type shit, then more power to them. But free the Tiger King. He hilarious. He in his own goddamn show. I didn't watch the whole thing, but the little bit I did see, that nigga definitely made an impression on me, and I won't forget him. But you can't let a nigga like Kodak go and not let a nigga like the Tiger King go. That's all I'm saying. You let Kodak go, Tiger King. I mean, I take Tiger King over Kodak, like straight up. Oh, that's fucked up. You not a real nigga. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Kodak this Nipsey. I ain't forgot about none of that. Ain't none of us forgot about none of that. Free the Tiger King. Today is Kobe Day. And before I wrap this up, I want to talk about Kobe. I didn't realize like how much Kobe meant to me, and I wrote a lot of this, what I'm about to say, in the caption on Instagram. Did a little like small little video tribute thing, whatever. But I remember Kobe's first game. He came in late. I think he made like a couple free throws. I think his first shot might have been a jumper, or it might have been a couple free throws. Either way. I saw this dude grow up. I remember him being on Brandy. I remember all the stuff that was surrounding him, going to the prom with Brandy. This is before bro was even on the team. But I think everybody kind of knew he was coming here. And I remember we got him. You know, he didn't play right away. And I remember my boy Banger, he used to be like, Kobe, man, Kobe. And I used to be like, nah, man, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, you know, Eldon Campbell, Shaq. You know what I mean? Like, we good. I don't see nothing with this Kobe dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm 100. This is what I was saying. I didn't see nothing special about bro. I mean, we had got KG like a year before, fresh out of high school. But he came in balling. So when you look at that blueprint and you look at the blueprint of cats who came out of high school, like before Kobe, they was balling right away. So the fact that they put Kobe on the bench and these different things, like, I just really wasn't impressed. Now, every now and then, shout out, rest in peace, Chick Hearn, watching the game on Fox Sports Net, you know, prime ticket. And you watching the game and Kobe will come in at the end. You see this nigga do a little razzle dazzle, frizzle frazzle. You start seeing, you know, flashes of it early on. And then he do the dunk contest. Okay, cool. But by now, the dunk contest really ain't like what it used to be when Jordan and Dominique was doing it. You know, go back and look at that. Check that shit out, YouTube guy. But Kobe won the dunk contest. Cool, for sure. Okay, he got a little charisma. We knew he had charisma, but it's shining brighter now. Okay, I'm starting to look at this kid like, all right, but it's still Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel. So let's see what we can do. So later on, like a couple years later, after Kobe come in the league, we compete for championships. We contenders. We contenders. This is like 96, 97, 98. Yeah, I know my basketball. So, Kobe. Okay, Lakers are playing some great basketball. We get in the playoffs. We're one of the best teams in the league. And I think it was like 2 or 3 straight years we fucking lost to Utah. And Utah went to the finals probably 2 of those years, right? Like 2 of those years, Utah was in the finals. And I think Karl Malone was even the MVP in one of those years. I digress though. So, Kobe still on the bench. I think by this time he's doing like 14 points, something like that, off the bench. He's playing pretty well. This is before the Afro. I don't think he even got the Afro yet. So he comes off the bench in the playoffs against the Jazz. We was already getting our ass whooped. Like, people could say what they want to say. Like, looking back, I was even critical of Kobe. Like, damn, this nigga airball. Like, I'm looking at my boy, you know, Banger. Like, what's up with this nigga, man? This nigga airball like 3 straight times, bro. Like, he's tripping. Like, he Jordan. And mind you, Jordan is still playing. Jordan is still playing while this is happening. Jordan is, I think, basically in the middle of a 3-peat while Kobe is airballing and still on the bench. And we still got Eddie Jones. We still got Nick Van Exel. I mean, them niggas ball. Like, you can say what you want. Kobe better than both of them. At the end of the day, I'm not going to front. He became better than both of them. But at that time, them niggas was not to be played with in this league, in that league. You feel me? So I'm just like disgusted. I'm a Laker fan. Low-key hybrid Jordan fan. We all was Jordan fans. I don't care what you say. If you grew up while Jordan was playing, only way you wasn't a Jordan fan unless you was a Detroit Piston fan or like maybe like a Boston Celtic fan, but everybody fuck with Jordan. I don't care what you say. You got a pair of Jordans, you fuck with Jordan. Anyway, so Kobe airballs. I'm like, fuck that nigga. Back to the Jordan show. Jordan, the greatest thing in the league at the time. Jordan retires. NBA going to a lockout. Kobe working on it, getting better. I'm watching the young man getting better. So he improves. You start seeing little different things, little intricacies going on with his game. He's starting to look like Jordan, to be honest with you. Start kind of like patterning his game after Jordan. And the comparisons start going up. 99-2000 season, Phil Jackson comes in. Kobe got the fro on full fro mode. I think this is the year Kobe. That's the year Kobe dunked on like Dunked on like the whole Wizards team. Like it was like 5 Washington Wizards. Kobe dunked on all of them. Go look for Kobe dunk on Wizards. Just dunk on Wizards. Just that's it. Washington Wizards. Kobe shit on all them niggas. What else? In that year, when I've been reading the Mamba Mentality too, and it kind of puts shit together too. That year, Shaq was the MVP. I didn't know like what their relationship was at that time. It seemed like that was pretty cool. Kobe just had that hunger for more. He wanted to get better. I think his problem with Shaq was that Shaq had all the gifts, the height, the power, the explosiveness, but didn't want to like do the work he didn't want to get better. He didn't feel he needed to get better. I think he felt that Shaq kind of just cruised off to the talent and the God-given ability that he had, where Kobe was like, that's not enough. I gotta be more than what I am physically. And that's how you play 20 years in the NBA, by not only like keeping this and keeping your body right. And I'm a fat nigga talking about keeping your body right, but I'm talking about for athletes, and from what I read about Kobe's mentality, right? Keeping your body together, adjusting, adapting to whatever you have to for your physical, but always keeping that mental sharp, always like kind of going with the flow, but keeping the mentality and mind state of just staying productive and moving forward and trying to better yourself and setting new goals and just keep moving forward. Because, you know, at the end of the day, for me, one of my mantras is like, what else is there? If you're not trying, if you're not working to live a better life, if you're not trying to improve your life, what are you doing then? Where are you going then? You just waiting to die. And if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. But if I can inspire you not to live that way, if I can inspire you the way Kobe inspired me, which I probably could never do, but if I can get one of y'all to understand, like, ain't nothing else to do but keep going. And it's people like that, seeing people like that and admiring people like Kobe Bryant, that made me feel that way. Straight up. 2000 season, we beat the Pacers in 5 games. That's the one where Jalen Rose kind of like set up his karma, you know, for that 81 later, because Jalen Rose put his foot under Kobe's leg and made Kobe sprain his ankle, and Kobe missed 1 game. We would have swept him, but Kobe missed 1 game. I think Kobe came back the next game and just torched all them niggas and played a big part of why we won that first championship. And I just remember the joy that the whole city felt, that every Laker fan felt. I remember looking at all the Laker haters and looking in their eyes, and they couldn't say nothing. They was like, Shaq ain't gonna get it. Shaq don't win. Kobe a ball hog. Da-da-da-da-dee-da. Y'all can't. Phil Jackson came in and made that shit happen. Shout out Phil Jackson. That was the first championship. Second championship, beat Iverson. Kobe won in his hometown of Philadelphia, Kobe won in his hometown of Philadelphia. They hated that nigga for that. That next year, he went to the All-Star game and got booed in Philly. Got booed. I think he won the MVP too and got booed. By this time, Kobe doing stupid numbers, 28, 29 points a game. Him and Shaq is basically running the fucking league and playing with niggas like puppets on the string. You got your T-Max, and that's something I talked about in the Kobe versus Jordan. To me, Jordan didn't have the opponents that Kobe had. Kobe had to go against Grant Hill, Pippen, Steve Smith, and all these dudes I'm talking to you about, all-stars. Perennial all-stars. T-Mac, Vince Carter, Allen Iverson, Gary Payton's still there, Ray Allen. I mean, what is that? What you count? 10? 8? Where we at? So, I know that was the one I said, Jordan versus LeBron. I gotta do a Jordan versus Kobe, huh? Anyway, it's all about the eras if you saw my show. But he was he was something special, man. And at that time, I remember feeling like this was gonna go on forever. I felt like we was gonna win like like 10 championships in a row. I thought we was the new like Celtic dynasty. And fuck them Celtics titles that them niggas won when it was like 5 teams in the league. Like, people got their arguments and different things. Yeah, it's about the eras. That's my argument. It's about the eras. But them Celtics team, you niggas is trash. Y'all niggas had all the best players, and y'all was only playing like 5 different teams a year. So it wasn't that many people in the league. Let's just put it like that. But yeah, man, we won those first 3 championships. Felt like we was gonna win forever. I think that second year, after they beat Iverson, that's when all the Kobe and Shaq stuff started popping out. I remember Kobe did an interview. I think it was with a Peter Vesey or some shit. And he shit on Shaq. And was just talking about how Shaq wasn't working, putting that work in. And all of a sudden, Shaq started taking shots at him in the media. And they both was kind of at odds. I kind of think it's some sick, twisted fucking Sigmund Freud kind of way. Phil Jackson like used that shit to his advantage. But anyway, man, I'm not going to continue and go too far with it. But I just remember, man, going through the ups and downs with Kobe. I remember when we was losing all them damn games after Shaq left. And he was scoring all them points. And he kept the show going. He kept the late show going. For me, I'd rather won. I'd rather have like won games and been competing for playoff spots. But it was just Kobe by himself. And we all had to like figure it out. You know, all of us as fans, we had to figure out how to like deal with the fact that we wasn't winning no more. We had to deal with the fact that Shaq left and won the championship with Dwayne Wade type shit. And I was like, fuck Shaq. Like, straight up, because this nigga couldn't figure it out with Kobe, but you go to Dwayne Wade and let this nigga just do whatever he want and ball out. They cheated the fuck out the Mavs. Go check out that YouTube footage. Anyway, so them was some hard years, man. Kobe was putting up 81s and averaging 35, and he really was actually the MVP of those seasons, but we just didn't do enough winning for him to take them awards home, and they gave him to Steve Nash. Anyway, we got Powell a little while later. We got Andrew Bynum up and going. Phil comes back after leaving because of Kobe or whatever, because of whatever the Laker organization decided to do. And we win it again. We go to 3 straight finals. But before that had happened, this nigga Kobe asked for a trade. You know what I said when Kobe did that? I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, because that's what the fuck I do. I don't play. You know, and it's like your relationship with your brother. It's like your relationship with your family. Y'all fall out. Y'all have a disagreement, you know, type thing. And Kobe said he wanted to lead the family. He wanted to lead the city. He didn't want to fuck with LA. You know what I said? I said, fuck Kobe. Kobe broke my heart. I was hurt. I was tired of it. Like, tired of losing. And the fact that after everything we gave up, everything that we had been through, like, he was ready to like leave. And I guess we was all frustrated, right? And that's what I talk about, the ups and the downs. We was all frustrated, right? We all upset. And then all of a sudden, Bynum just wake up. We get rid of Kwame garbage ass, and Bynum just wake up. Bynum is balling. Kobe is back happy. We're winning again. Things are looking really good for us. Things are looking really great for us. Bynum get hurt. Gasol comes back. No, not Gasol comes back. I'm sorry. We make the trade. We trade Kwame for Gasol. Jerry West was the general manager of the Memphis Grizzlies at that time. Jerry West is a former Laker legend and was highly involved in getting Kobe and Shaq to the team back in the day. So that was funny that we was able to trade Kwame Brown for Pau Gasol. we traded a garbage ass nigga for a Hall of Famer, basically. Gasol's a Hall of Famer. But anyway, so we win it again. We go to 3 straight finals. That first one, we did not get it. Boston cheated the fuck out of us or whatever. KG and them, Ray Allen shot them out. Paul Pierce from Inglewood shot them out. They won. They took that first one. So we went and got the next one from Dwight Howard. And then we got that championship back from the Celtics. We beat them, which tied everything, you know, until I think last year. Now we're, I think, number 1, or we're tied. It's something like that. It's close, you know, franchise to franchise, whatever you want to call it. But Kobe would go on to play, like 10 more years after that second championship. We never got back to the finals with Kobe again. And they would try to get Dwight Howard and do all that shit, and the Chris Paul trade got knocked down. All that shit went down over the next couple of years, and then he fucked his Achilles up. He snapped his Achilles. Damn, I just got chills. Like, he snaps his Achilles. I watch this game. We're fighting to get into the playoffs. We're fighting to be an eighth seed. Kobe Bryant, 5-time NBA champion, is fighting to be an eighth seed. We're trying to play the fucking Spurs, who was like on top of their game like crazy at that time. I think they might have won the championship that year. I could be wrong about that because I don't give a fuck about the Spurs. But Kobe is playing his fucking heart out, playing all these crazy minutes, and helped the team get a better record in the second half of the season as well. We was doing pretty well. And that's when we had Steve Nash and Dwight Howard. And Kobe goes down. Kobe snaps the Achilles. Never seen Kobe go down like that. Never saw it. Kobe gets up, walks to the free throw line with a snapped Achilles. I'm done. I snapped my Achilles. I'm done. Whatever the fuck we was doing, I don't give a fuck. We was walking through the park. If I snap my Achilles, I'm done. You got to carry me. You got to get someone to help me up, get me out of here. I'm done. Kobe hits the free throw and walks off the court with a snapped Achilles. Talk about inspiration, man. And he came back and played like 5 more seasons. And it wasn't the same Kobe. He was older. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. My bad. Nah, man, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, I love Kobe. Like I said, we went through ups and downs. Kobe, I never met Kobe Bryant personally, but we went through ups and downs, man. I remember Kobe in some of my darkest days, man. I was in some bad relationships at times, and I can remember just having that Laker game to watch. I can remember beating the shit out of niggas on some NBA Live with Kobe and Shaq, and just letting Kobe just go tear these niggas up. But he got up, man. He got up. Made a movie about the shit. If you haven't seen it, I think it's called that's the Spike Lee joint. The Doing Work is Spike Lee. He did some other shit. Damn, man, I can't believe I almost broke down. Niggas gonna be on me about that, but whatever. I don't care. I love Kobe. I love him. I miss him. And that's what I was talking about. I didn't know how much he meant to me until he was gone. And you know the cliche, man, like, tap in with your people. Talk to your people. Ooh. Talk to your people. Let them know you love them and appreciate people. Give people their flowers while they're here. And I'm not going to even talk about his death. Because to me, Kobe going to live forever. I love you, Kobe. We miss you. And I appreciate you. And I'm going to use every bit of inspiration that you gave me to make sure that my life has a purpose and that I accomplish something that inspires others, or that I am able to inspire others through my actions and through my progression and growth. I'm nowhere near on Kobe level. Some people might even say I have failed. But to me, as long as I keep going, as long as I keep trying, as long as I keep fighting, as long as I keep waking up with the mentality to get better and do better, I'll never fail. Thank you, Kobe. Thank you. Define yourself.
Who is bro? I'm me, bitch. Where you from? CPT, bitch. What you claim? I don't bang, I do me, bitch. Mafioso. KMG shit.